Hi everyone, welcome back to Wes Knows Tech News and Reviews. You've got a choice of 3 trackers from Amazfit today that cost under $50 or under £40. And here they are. So you've got this attention grabber, the digital hybrid smart tracker, the Amazfit Neo. Number 1. Number 2, you've got the Amazfit Band 5. Now this thing is awesome. It looks just like any other slimline tracker. It's got a very accurate optical heart rate sensor on the back of this, and it's got a detachable strap. Off it goes. And now you've got the infamous Amazfit Bip U. So this tracker here actually looks like a smartwatch. It's got a huge 1.43 LCD display. So we're going to be talking about these 3 trackers today. Let's get into it. Now you've just seen me throw 3 trackers to the ground. I didn't do that to show you that I don't care about my things. No, I did it because I wanted to show you that these 3 trackers are so good at taking a beating. And there will be absolutely nothing wrong with them. After they fall, after they hit something, they will be fine because they are great trackers from Amazfit. Anyways, how we're going to structure this review is we're going to go one by one through these 3 trackers, and you will be able to choose which one you think brings more value for your particular use case. So we're going to start off with the Amazfit Band 5. Then we'll get onto the Neo, and then we'll get onto the infamous Bip U. So without further ado, let's kick it off with the Amazfit Band 5. Make sure to watch all the latest videos on Wes Knows Tech News and Reviews. So please hit the subscribe button below your video. So let's kick off with the Amazfit Band 5. So what we've got here is the general fitness tracker, just like what we're used to. So this came in the middle of 2020, and it's got the most recognizable black slimline tracker face. Right bang in the middle, we've got a rectangular AMOLED panel, 1.1 inches, bright 450 nits of brightness in this little thing, so it will shine up bright in basically any light condition. And there are 5 brightness settings, so from the lowest to the highest. There's no auto brightness here, but obviously because it is so budget, this thing will set you back just $30 or £30. Now what you actually get on it, you get 11 sport modes. 2 of them, so walking and running, are auto detected, so the fitness tracker will actually detect and auto recognize that you're walking or you're running, and that is amazing. But there are simply 11 sport modes, and this list is non-expandable. Also, you get all the usual bips and bops like your weather, your timer, your stopwatch. You get alerted for your notifications. You can set up to 6 alarms, but you have to set up your alarms on the actual Zepp app in your smartphone, and they work just like any other silent alarm. So if you don't want to wake up the full family, what you do is you set up your alarm, and this watch will vibrate to let you know that it's time to get up. Also, you get continuous heart rate monitoring here. You get breathing exercises here. You've got a ton of faces that you can actually update on your fitness tracker to make it a bit more personalized. Then of course you do have a stress monitor. In fact, you can set up through the Zepp app on your smartphone again, continuous stress monitoring. Now let me tell you that this watch has 3 things that make it super special. First of all, it's got PAI, so your personal activity index, and we will see this across all the Amazfit smart bands, fitness trackers and smartwatches. So what PAI is, it's basically your personal activity index. It's a single value that tells you all about your cardiovascular fitness. It accumulates data from the past week in regards to all the activities that you've been doing and the intensity at which you've been doing those activities, and it will give you a value that's from 0 to 100 plus. As long as you keep that value above 100 points at any given point, that generally means that you're 25% less prone to getting heart disease. So this is PAI, and you will see this across all the Amazfit wearables. So in fact, the other 2 we'll be reviewing in just a second also get PAI. Now, that's just number one. Number two is the fact that this little band can actually monitor your sleep with 3 sleep stages. So your light, your deep, and REM sleep. So when you go to sleep, it registers the time you went to sleep. It will monitor your light, your deep, and REM sleep, and then it will register the time you woke up. In the app, you can go and take a look at your sleep trends. You can go and have a look at your sleep score, and you will actually see recommendations on how to improve your sleep quality. And now, number 3. To top it all off, this very budget tracker actually has Alexa. And what that means is that this tracker has a microphone. What you do is you connect it to your smartphone, and then you can ask questions. You can say, how's the weather? You can say, what's your distance? You can update your shopping list. You can set up your alarms just by talking into the smart band, because it does have Alexa. And that is super cool on something so budget. Anyway, so this is the Amazfit Band 5. Let's take a look now at the Amazfit Neo. So what is the Neo? The Neo is the new kind of hybrid smart tracker. It's basically your 90s digital watch, but with a continuous heart rate monitor on the back of it. It can show you your world clock, it can measure your steps, it can tell you what the weather is, it can tell you the distance that you covered, and it can actually auto-detect 3 exercises, so walking, running, and cycling. You can't actually go to the watch and actually say, I'm going to be walking or playing tennis now. No, this is not a sport tracker. It's a fitness tracker. It's a general well-being tracker. Say you want a watch that doesn't look like a fitness tracker. You don't want to be wearing that thing that everybody else does. You want something that looks funky, cool, or maybe a bit toned down. So don't get the orange one. Get the full black one. And what it does, it measures your heart rate. It measures your sleep. Of course, you don't get the 3 sleep stages here, it's just 2. So your deep sleep and your light sleep. So when you go to bed with this band on, what you get is your falling asleep time, your deep light sleep, and of course, when you woke up. But is that enough? Well, for general use, usually. Make sure to watch all the latest videos on Wesno's tech news and reviews. So please hit the subscribe button below your video. Another awesome thing about this particular tracker is how cheap it is. Just £34 or $40 will get you this eye catcher and attention grabber, because when I do wear this in the orange color, I can wear a watch for £300, £400, nobody will notice. But when I'm wearing this thing, everybody asks me, oh, what is this? Is this the new Casio? Nope, it's not a Casio. This is way cooler. It's a digital smartwatch. So anyway, this thing can actually last you 1 full month of a single charge. Now let's talk about the BipU. And here we've got the infamous BipU. Why the infamous? Well, basically because this is the cheapest fitness tracker from Amazfit, but it actually acts like a smartwatch. It acts like its older or the more expensive siblings. It's got 60 sport modes right here. It's got 6 auto-detected activities. It's got continuous heart rate monitoring, continuous stress testing. It's got breathing exercises. It can actually track your menstrual cycle as well. It's got a Pomodoro tracker. What's a Pomodoro tracker? Well, it's actually a time management tool. It's got a world clock on it, and you can set up to 20 different cities in the Zepp app, and you can have a look at them on your smart band. It's got a square screen, even though the face is a bit rectangular, and you do see on the lower lip the word Amazfit. That might not look too premium, but the fact is it's got a 1.43-inch TFT LCD display, and that is absolutely huge for a very budget price. Also, it gets bright up to 450 nits, so any light conditions you'll be able to see the letters, the numbers at any time. You've got a ton of faces. Also, even though it does look like a smartwatch, it's not. So you do not get your auto brightness. You get 5 brightness settings here. You don't get always on display, but then again, it's budget, and do you really need it? You've got Pi in here, just like on any other Amazfit trackers or smartwatches. Now, very important point is that on this tracker, you get your SpO2 monitored, and that is your blood oxygen saturation. Now, yes, it's on demand or spot readings only, but we did check it against a medical grade pulse oximeter, and the readings are spot on. Now, you get all the usual bells and whistles. So you get your weather, you get your notifications from your texts, from your emails, from whatever you do set up. You can get your alarms, you get your stopwatch, you get your timer, you get your weather, you get quite a lot of things on this very budget smart band. Now, another really awesome thing about this particular band is that the optical heart rate sensor on the back of this thing is mighty powerful. It's very accurate. It's within 3% of the Polar H10 ECG chest strap, and we've tested it for running, for cycling, as well as for gym workouts. So the optical heart rate sensor on here is very sharp. Now, another awesome thing with the BIPU is that it does track your sleep in 3 sleep stages. So your deep, your light, and REM sleep. So once again, you go to your Zepp app and you will be able to see when you fell asleep, when you woke up, and in between the 3 sleep stages. Also, it will give you a sleep score on how well you've actually slept, and there will be recommendations on how to improve your sleep quality. There are 2 more awesome things on the BIPU. One of them is the music control. So if on the Amazfit Band 5 you get a tiny screen and you have to tap somewhere in the middle of the tiny 1.1 inch AMOLED display, here you've got a nice big screen, 1.43 inches, to basically choose which music you want to listen to off your smartphone. And the second awesome thing around here is that you can actually control your camera shutter from the smart band. And that is really awesome. And you can do it on any smartphone. It doesn't matter if it's an iPhone or an Android device. So there we go. These are the 3 most budget fitness trackers from Amazfit. And as you can see, all of them are very different. They can fit any style. But if you want functionality, you want the features that are very similar to a smartwatch, you can go for the BIPU. Now, if you want something that is different from any other fitness tracker on the market today, and you don't want it to be too sporty, you just want it to be useful and functional, then of course you have to go for the Amazfit Neo. And if you're after a fitness tracker that is just so light, so tiny that you want to forget you're actually wearing anything at all, then go for the Amazfit Band 5, because that thing not only is small, it's also very functional, and it's very cool because it does get Alexa. Anyway, so if you did find this comparison and review useful and insightful, please drop us a like. And if you want to see more of the same, you know what to do. Please click on the red subscribe button below the video, and we'll see you in the next one.